Hey guys, Britto here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019. Here we are back in no man's land after another quick time lapse. We cut in some more fields over the back here, cultivated our roads back in, picked up this FDR lifted truck and trailer so we can actually cart our D6K dozer around and do what we need to do a little bit easier. We sold some wood, didn't make a great deal of money, but we sold some wood. We sold a lot of our wheat and stuff, all of our wheat out of our silo, so that's all gone now. And I did purchase as well this John Deere seeder as well. So that's something that I'm going to focus a lot on this series as well, is using a lot of John Deere stuff. I like John Deere stuff. I know a lot of you guys like John Deere stuff too, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on a lot of John Deere stuff. I did also put in a, let's get rid of this, put in a seed fill point over here so we can fill this guy up with seed, hopefully. Yep, there we go. So we can do wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, also radish, of course, grass, corn, sunflower, sugar beet, cotton, and then back to wheat. So I was thinking of doing one field of everything, and then I guess we'll see what we can do after that. It's going to hire a worker as well and get the hired worker to do the majority of the fields planting wise while we set up our next sort of field and that sort of thing. Alright, let's get this going. Shouldn't take a hired worker too long to get that done. Fertilise, no, we're going to need to come back through and fertilise as well, so we're going to need to empty out our spreader. Where's our spreader? Oh, over there. Empty out our spreader and do that as well. We're also going to need to lime these 3 fields before we actually go and seed them. That's probably something we need to do as well, but let's jump in our FDR logging pickup truck. Head down to the next area. We're going to push in our new field. So we're finally seeding mid-spring, but we've got seed going into the ground. So I said we're going to do one of everything, some wheat, some oat, barley, canola, soybeans. Probably not corn and sunflowers or anything because we don't have the proper header for it, but I think we'll do pretty much every other crop. Right, so those fields are cultivated and ready to go. That one's not cultivated, but we don't need to cultivate with that seeder. You can seed directly on. And why is our helper blocked by that trailer? Never mind, he's fine. He's doing his thing. Now up here, wasn't exactly sure on how big I was going to do this field. I want to do like a really decent sized field over here, I think. So this is going to take quite some time to get it done. So let's jump into our dozer. Lift this guy up. You can see I also completely filled him up. Have a look at our landscaping tool. I want to sort of go maybe through here or something. If we sort of just go like this, that'll give me sort of a target as to where I want to sort of put our field. So maybe 270 degrees will work, which means it's going to be square. Right, I want to go a bit further forward, maybe start about here, lower down and push through, now which means I'm going to have to come back through here and paint that grass texture back in. There we go, push through at 270 because I didn't want to go too far up the hill, and then we can run back down south as well. Might as well put our lights on so you guys can see a bit better. Still running at ×5 speed. I think that's sort of where we're going to go. We'll stop at that last mark and then we'll head back that way. So I want to make a decent sized field over here. Maybe this could be our soybean field because soybeans are worth the most at the moment on this map. So if we fill this area up with soybean, it might be pretty good. Alright, so we might have to run it, so let's go 140 degrees. Alright, 140 down, and then we can maybe expand a little bit more once we get around this other side. It's kind of a little bit hard to see how far we're going, so I don't know if we should. Obviously, we can't come all the way down into here because we don't own all this land, but just come straight down at 140, which I was meant to be on, which we've sort of gone off track a little bit. But then I sort of want to, yeah, maybe we can sort of say stop here and head down at 180. And then square that field up a little bit more. Head down as far as we can, and then we'll head back the other way. Then get it all filled in. So it's going to be a really big field, this one. Just going to be obviously a field that we make a really good amount of money out of, which is what we're going to need to continue to expand the rest of our areas. Is that helper done? Not yet. It shouldn't be too far off, I don't think. We shouldn't be too far off hitting our limits as well. There we go. Head back the other way. I'm going to head back at this way, if I get it right, at 90 degrees. Alright, head back at 90. That work is done, so let's go and sort him out. Missed a little bit at the end of each field, so we'll at the end of these fields we'll go and touch that up. Alright, there we go. I don't know why he misses so much then. I think because of the trees. Which is obviously something that we wanted to avoid. So we plant wheat in this field, the next field will be oats or barley or whatever it might be. There we go. The barley on this next field. Ooh, sometimes this tractor has a mind of its own. Might do a run this way and then get our hired worker to come back and go the other way. So I'm going to have to move the tree out of the road that's just there on the ground because he won't like that. And I think there's still stumps in the field which he may not like either. We really need to get the stump grinder out and go over them, but get that done when we can. I think seeding is probably the most important thing at the moment. Now that we have time to obviously seed and the weather's nice. Right, that should be far enough away. Let's go back through to our dozer. Keep pushing in. Have to cut down all three of these trees. They're all going to have to go. There's going to be some more in the middle of the field that are going to have to go as well. So let's get these guys chopped down as low as we can go to the ground. Away. Oop, we don't have access to those trees, not yet. Well, that's fine. We can leave them there for now. Keep pushing through. Eventually we will want to get rid of those. Obviously we can't at the moment, but we will. Alright, let's go turn ourselves this way. I think that'll be fine. Just so we don't have to cut down too many of these trees. I want to leave some decent trees, you know, in and around the area. I know someone did say we could use Courseplay potentially with this dozer as we outline the field, but what worries me is I don't know if he's going to lift the blade up, put the blade back down again. So yeah, I'm not sure on how that's actually going to work. So I'd rather just do it all myself and maybe a time lapse. Alright, there we go. I'm at 325. Let's go to 325. We'll just push it in that way. If we need to, we can come back the other direction, and which you probably will need to, and just give us a little bit more width, I guess. So I don't think we're going to hit the spot that we're sort of aiming for. So a few more trees are going to be cut down. Another, what, 4 there, another one here. Another 5 trees to go. We're not going to make a lot of money out of, but a little bit more money in our pocket, I suppose. Alright, let's back down onto this spot. What are we doing? 140. Let's go to 145, I think, to try and give us a bit of a gap between us and the road. I don't want to get things too close to the road, because if you're using a hide worker on this path, heading this way, using say fertilizer spreader, it might turn around and start spreading the road when you don't really want him to. So trying to leave a decent gap between, you know, fields and roads and stuff. It's probably not enough there, but it'll work. Just move away a little bit more, sort of follow the contour of the road a little bit. That's going to be our biggest field yet. That's going to be really good. If we fill that up with soybeans, we should make a decent amount of money out of it. Alright, so get this next one pushed in, and then we can do some more runs around the outside. We need to get our hide worker over onto the other fields, seeding as well. So huge thank you to you guys that have been showing a lot of support for this series. It's been really good. It's actually blown me away. You know, episode 1, episode 2 had a huge amount of views in the first 24 hours, and it's been received really well by a lot of you guys. So glad you guys are here and enjoying it. I'm glad you guys are having your input as well. I want this to be a build that is going to all have a bit of input into, and let us know what you want to do, and you know how you feel about certain parts of it. If you think something should be better, if you don't like certain things, you know, I want you guys to have your input. As I said, what the hell happened there? Well, that was terrible. Maybe we need to set up some courses, I think, using Courseplay. That's probably going to be the way to go, because that is not even close to what we want to be done. Alright, we'll get this touched up. I'll definitely attempt the next field using Courseplay, and we'll see how that goes. I think it'll be a lot better than doing this. This is just terrible. So class this as field 2, I guess. Just a matter of remembering what fields are going to be what. It's probably the hardest part. Missing a little bit. So as I said, I want to go with a lot of John Deere equipment. So eventually this tractor will go, our harvester will go, we'll get all John Deere stuff. And I guess, you know, go from there and see what happens. Hopefully you guys are more than happy with that. I think most of you will be. I certainly love the John Deere equipment. Right, so field 2, I might make that one over there field 3. This will be 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, and then 9. But we're going to have 10 fields, but we should only have the 9 because we've made one really big one down there. But that's still going to be plenty of work for us in our first sort of year. Another thing I was sort of thinking, if we build fields like this and we sell the land, will someone else start to work the land, or will it stay whatever we sell it as, whatever state we sell it in? That's something I don't really know either. So we can go and sort of produce the whole map as far as fields and stuff go, and then hopefully someone will come through and, you know, buy that land and then do what they need to do with it. I don't know how that's going to work, but I guess we can wait and see. Alright, so what I want to do is start course recording, go through a couple of dots, come back to this corner, then go unpause and then pause again, go down the other end, and we need to save this as field 2, field 3 outline. Alright, so we'll go this way. Unpause, pause again. Go to this point, we'll unpause, pause again. And then down this end we'll unpause and then stop, and that should give us the proper outline, hopefully. Alright, so go unpause, stop, save, field 3, outline, done. Go course generation, want to go north, east, and try to want to head, I guess, west. Go back to 6 meters, done. First waypoint, so we're going to go field 3, seed 6 meters. There we go, and hopefully we'll be able to do it without too much trouble. Alright. Off he goes. Beautiful. We'll see how that goes. Alright, we'll try and get a bit more of this pushed in. See how much we can get done in the next 15 minutes before we end the episode. Hopefully we can get a decent amount of this field done. So there's going to be a big gap between this field and that field, but I said I'm not that concerned. I don't want to fill all the empty spaces with fields. I like having a bit of grass and that stuff in between fields and everything. So not gonna overdo the whole map with, you know, fields and stuff. It's just gonna look silly otherwise. So that truck over there is obviously an FDR modding pickup truck, same as the trailer and this dozer, so it's a really good quality equipment. If you guys want to check it out, just either get onto YouTube, where you already are now obviously, and just type in FDR logging, or Google it as well, and he should come up, his website should come up. You can download all the mods in one big file. He's got heaps of logging maps as well if that's what you want to do. But it's completely up to you guys, but his modding stuff is really good. He's he actually operates like real logging equipment in real life, and also does a bit of YouTube on the side for a bit of fun, but he's really talented with modding and obviously logging stuff. He blows me away with how good he can control the logging machine and that sort of stuff, and without having too many issues. I mean, he does an awesome job. So make sure you check him out if you haven't already. These bloody birds, as soon as we start ploughing, they come on in. Hopefully they're going to get some worms or something out of the ground, but it's going to take quite some time to get this whole field pushed in. Oh well, it's going to be worth it in the long run with the amount of grain we're going to get out of it. Hopefully it's going to make it extremely worthwhile for us. So my idea was, have a look at the map while we've got a bit of time, is to put the sausage factory down in here. There's a big open spot down there. Potentially put the sausage factory in down there, that way we can deliver our pigs down to there. Obviously send them down there to the slaughterhouse and then turn it into, you know, sausage, I think sausages and all that other sort of stuff, and then we can start to sell that stuff and make a bit of extra money on the side, as well as just our grains and that sort of stuff. But I think like the sausage factory and the meat factory, if we can fit both of them down there, then potentially that'll be what we do. Can't remember where these, yeah, like sell points and stuff. Yeah, the sweet shop, windmill, bakery, dairy, root crops. So we're going to have to put in sell points for all those places as well, which is going to take a little bit of time, but I want sell points for everything. Just going to work out what part of the map or where I'd like to place it on the map, and then just go from there. So if you guys have got any ideas on where to place certain things, obviously I don't want to place everything in the one spot, just kind of spread it out across the map a little bit, but if you guys have got any ideas, like I said, the meat and sausage factory down here, there's a little spot over here, maybe you could put another shop. That's about it, I think, as far as bits that are set up. Maybe we could put anything anywhere. That's the joy of this map. We can do whatever we want. We don't have to follow any sort of rules or anything. Is the sweet shop in here, or is it somewhere else? Ah, sweet shop. There we go. It's not that big, you know. It's only a tiny little thing. So it could possibly go anywhere. But as I said, I was thinking of the sausage and meat factory, like up in here somewhere. The sweet shop could be, you know, just down here along the side of one of these roads somewhere. It doesn't have to actually be anywhere in particular. I wonder how that guy's going with that field. Still doing his thing. I'll have to get the next field set up, ready to go. That should be, what's that, 3 fields seeded. Another one will be 4. This one over here is ready to go. We just need to lime the other 3 I should say, and this one. And then we can seed again. And then that's pretty much all we can do until, I guess, our first harvest. Pretty much just need to wait till our first harvest to get some money in, and then continue to expand. So buy more farmland and build some more things, maybe look at pigs as soon as we can. So after our first lot of harvest, put everything in the grain silo, see what we've got, buy some pigs, and go from there and sort of see how much we're going to need grain wise for the pigs for the year, and then whatever we have left over we can sort of sell and make money from that, and then have a look at the next year, you know, expanding again a bit more, maybe buying some bigger equipment. Certainly want to continue to use this dozer the whole time, so this is always going to be how we push our fields in with the dozer. We need to come back through and plough a field after we've harvested. We'll use a proper plough, but this is how we're going to push in all our roads and all our fields with this dozer. I know it's quite slow, but it's just what we're going to have to do. As I said, the ground hasn't been used for quite some time. It's fairly overgrown and hard, so we need something decent as far as size, weight, and power goes to push our new fields in. I shouldn't be too far off finishing that field, I wouldn't think. Back through, we're going to have to cut down these trees in a minute as well. Luckily there's no stone or anything in the way. We're going to have to buy our stump grinder as well. I'll actually go and have a look and see what's going on here. It's taking forever. Let's bump these speeds up so we can reverse back as fast as you can. Make it a little bit quicker for him to get it done, but he's getting through it, so we can't complain. Might take a little while to get that one done, and the other ones we'll have to do off camera or something like that. Wage payment of $0. I don't understand why we're not paying him anything when I selected yes to pay them. I don't know what the go is there, but oh well, it is what it is, I suppose. Let's try and cut this tree out of the way. Move him just off to the side. Up through, where's our stump? There it is. Down, blade up over the top. Push on through. We're going to have to come through and pick up the rest of those trees as well and throw them through the stump grinder. It's probably another good thing about this trailer there. We could use that to throw all of our trees on and not have to cut them at all once we get our our dozer picked up and taken back to the farm. We won't actually have to use the back of the truck. We can use the trailer. It's so much easier. That tree's lucky. It's going to survive another pass. As I said, we're going to get this done. It's going to take quite a bit of time. That'll be the last of our fields. Come through and lime spread the rest of them. Seed this one. Fertilise them as well. Probably should have fertilised them first, but I thought these other ones have got fertilisation state, but this one doesn't. So yeah, this one has, I guess because we're ploughing in grass, it's classing that as a fertilisation state. Right, so I've got this end, turn around, head back down. I'm going to have to cut that tree down. Hopefully that guy's going to get that field finished in the next couple of minutes. Then we can move him on to that next field. I said we'll leave the soybeans for just this field. I know they're the best price at the moment, but I don't want to just plant soybeans everywhere just to make money. I want to have a bit of everything. Even potentially corn, like our harvester. Like I do want to buy a decent John Deere one. Like that's only 30 grand. That's something that we can look at. I don't know what our harvester was worth now. See, 80 grand. So we could get rid of that now, buy the John Deere harvester, save a little bit of money, and get the right headers for it, so we could actually do some corn and some sunflowers and stuff like that. Right, get that out of the way. Oop, lift that up. Other side. Have to ride over the stump. There we go. Barely feel it in the dozer. There's another big field. This one. So much bigger than all the other ones that we've had so far. Wonder if all this grass is ready to cut too, because that's another thing we need to look at. Let's go grass. I think it looks like it is. It is. Okay. So as far as that goes, we can either come into here and go, not that, because that's too bloody small. There's this guy, the John Deere W260 windrower. Obviously bring that guy in and then you put the cutter on the front. I don't know how that works. I've never tried it, so pressing all the wrong buttons here. So I'd have to have a look at it and test it all out before I actually purchased it. Make sure it was going to work properly, because I think that's certainly something that we need to do while we can. Now is to make some silage, whether we make silage bales or just silage itself. Not 100% sure. I think just silage. So putting in like a where are we? Like a silage bunker somewhere. BGA. There we go. Put that anywhere. So we can put that at our farm, but there's silage bunkers and all that stuff here. So look at throwing one of those guys in, filling it up, and wrong button again. Fill it up and make some silage out of it and go and sell it. It's not going to be a massive amount of money, because silage, if we look at the prices, silage isn't paying that good, 153. So it's not great, but it's still free money. What's the normal grass paying? I think that's just normal grass. No, that's normal grass. 92. That's hay and that's straw. So hay's paying pretty good as well. So we could just cut it, let it dry into hay, and just sell it as hay instead of having to worry about turning all of it into silage and stuff. But I don't know what the plan would be and what the best idea would be. You guys let me know. Should we cut it all, sell it just as straight grass, sell it as silage with all that extra time and effort, or try and cut it when it's dry and cut it as semi-dry grass and then let it dry properly and turn it into hay and sell it as hay? you guys let me know. We're not going to need any hay for any animals at the moment, so it'll pretty much just be done to sell. So you guys let me know what you think. Let's go through. You're done. Let's go stop driver. Let's have a bit of a look. See how he did with that field. I think he looks like he did pretty well down this end. Pretty well up that end. I'm not too concerned. Alright, let's move through to canola. Get rid of that. So the other thing we can do with Courseplay is we can just go like here, go start course recording, and you can actually record the whole outside of the field. You go like this and then turn that way, this and then turn that way, all the way to the end. Or you can just do what I did and put, you know, four pause points in each corner. So pause there. So that should unpause, pause. That's not giving us a point there, which is weird. Alright, well we might have to turn around and do it this way, seeing as though it doesn't want to work the way well it should. So unpause there, there we go, and then head to this end, and then we can just stop. We don't have to do that whole run down that side. Right, and then you go there, and you go stop, save as field for outline, course generation. We want to go south east, and go west 6 meters. That's not right. South. I wanted southeast. That's east. This side's east, not that side. Current vehicle position. Oh Jesus. Alright, let's not do that. Let's go. I want to auto-save quickly, because save. Load field for outline. Alright, go course generation. Select position on map. So there. And go west. It's still giving us there. Oh well. Whatever. Alright, so we'll save this as field for seed 6 meters. Gonna have to move that tree out of the way. Step up at the first waypoint. It's gonna seed canola. Get this moved. I don't want to put it somewhere where I don't know where it is, so we'll put it over here so we can sort of see it. And let this guy do his thing. So, righto guys, we'll end the episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far. If you want to see it continue, any ideas, etc., leave it in the comment section. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. It's been Britto, thanks for watching. See you again soon.